Happy New Year! That's right, it's 2015 and we are all set to go with Teresa's first look at what's new for 2015.
And our first week of Webisodes.
Hooray! And we have new dazzles and new die-cut cards.
We have 5 new designs, and these are even more interactive than our first run of die-cuts last year.
Die-cut cards.
Die-cut cards.
Last year. And some very fun new dazzles. Come play with us. Well, here are the 5 new die-cut cards.
Right. We have a heart triple easel, a label triple easel, a star triple easel,
and a pull-up and a double pocket treat. Doesn't that just sound interesting?
It does.
There are 5 die-cut card packages, 5 different types, and there are a dozen new dazzles. So we're going to put these aside, and we're going to start with the heart. And this is a triple easel, as you mentioned. And as we get in on the packaging, you can see this is what it looks like flat. Well, I suppose I'll bring one in a minute. And then when you stand it up, this is what it looks like. So
it really gives you an idea of what you're getting within the package.
Right.
And with the heart triple easel, you get 3 cards and 3 envelopes.
Right, and each of those cards is made with 7 pieces of paper.
Right, and these are ready to pop out. These are die cuts that are ready to pop out for these
Actually, why don't you pop those out and let me show this.
All right.
So the triple easel is going to have 3 pieces. So this is the largest. It already is folded.
Right.
Then we're going to fold the second one. And when you fold it, you want the bump of a fold to be on the inside. Now, normally I would score these with, or go over them with a bone folder, but for this moment I won't. So they're going to get, now you may decide that you want to cover these with paper. That's perfectly fine. Then we're going to place them like so, and we're actually going to glue these pieces so that they're all equal at this opening end.
Right.
So it's going to look like that.
Like so.
Then we're going to fold these each down.
And each of these are scored, ready to fold.
Easy peasy. So you're going to have it looking like that, okay? Then our hearts that you've already popped out are going to get decorated, and then they're going to get glued, but only the tip gets glued to the little section there.
To match the bottom, so it matches the bottom of that heart. And
so I'm going to lift it up, and it's going to come like so. Let me do it like that.
There you go.
Okay.
And that's the same for each level. That's the small heart in the front. Then you've got this medium-sized heart that fits there, and the largest heart that fits there. You know, we really need to see one of these all put together.
We do. One thing I want to point out, though, there is a 7th. For those of you who are counting, this is the piece that's going to get decorated and foam taped into the inside. Why are we doing all of that?
Why are we doing all of that?
Because this is what you're going to end up with. Now, this card comes flat like this, but then look what happens. It becomes an easel.
1, 2, 3. And isn't that beautiful?
If you're not holding it up for a camera, there you go.
Isn't that fantastic?
Isn't that fun? Now, in this particular case, the pieces were each covered with the same brown, and they were matted on brown. So those hearts can be matted if you choose. You can cover them with paper, then mat them. But I love the hello friend, thinking of you, or thinking of you, hello friend. And in this case, they did not use that rectangle, decided to use the dazzles. So that little label
could go right here and foam tape there to hold it up, or you can choose another method.
Right, so just like so. And this is using the new Emma's Garden papers that you'll see later.
And they're just beautiful, they're charming, and they are backed, those dazzles are backed, and I kind of want to show you how to do that. So I've got a piece of that paper here, and I've got some of those they're Emma's flowers.
Emma's Garden.
Emma's Garden flowers. And you just pull up one of those dazzles like so. Very simple to pull up, and this is just a standard way of backing a dazzle. And I'm going to decide that maybe I only want to back the heart or the flower in the center, so I'll just try to get that flower part right there on the paper.
And just let
Very
the rest
easy.
go off the edge.
Right.
There you
off the
go.
edge, and then I'll just start trimming around the edge of that dazzle. That's what we refer to whenever we're saying that we're backing a dazzle. We're backing it with whatever item or paper or whatever we want to be seen through those openings of the dazzle.
And what happens too is that the dazzle almost guides these scissors. It just kind of has just that tiny edge,
Right.
and that is lifted up, and
So it's very simple.
You don't have to worry what it looks like on the back, because it's
Right.
not going to be pretty.
When I get to this leaf, I don't want the leaf to have that, so I'm going to pull that back. And as long as I haven't burnished it down to the paper, it pretty easily comes up. Sometimes even if I have burnished it down, I can carefully just pull it back up. So that's how that will look, one bit at a
Like
time.
so. And as we said, that is the finished of the card. I have another one to show you. And in this case, the white card is there, and this is using honeysuckle.
So you can really see those edges like it has a mat on it.
Right. And so I'm going to bring this
there's
back.
There's a reason for that, actually.
And the happy birthday. And this one is using that rectangle.
Right.
So
Pop it
we'll
up
get
there.
it to stay there.
It is. I love that white matting around there, and it was something that we actually didn't talk about. I don't think we turned the package over to look at the back, did we?
Oh, right. And there are patterns. We did not.
So there are paper patterns on the back of this package, as well as a lot of other information. Each one of these is for that heart, large, medium, small, and the label. These are the paper patterns for the heart, so that if you use these to cut out your papers and stick them on there, then the card is a natural mat, which is wonderful. Also on the back of the package, you have the actual photos that show what it looks like when you put it together. So that comes with each one of these packages. It shows how to put it all together. It even shows a pattern layout of what it's going to look like when you're all done.
And then you turn it into this. So very fun. It's much more interactive, or just a different way of being interactive with this triple easel.
Right.
And I love the fact, because when you first see that, you go, how am I going to get that in an envelope? Well, that's the way you get it in an envelope.
Right there.
In fact, the envelopes are included. Now,
So, a very nice look. I love that you can add all kinds of embellishments around those hearts, etc.
absolutely. Now, we did talk that there are going to be new dazzles, so want to bring out a new set. This is the Wisdom Owl, and also copper jewel border. Now, we have copper jewel dazzles, but these are the borders to match, and we're going to put them on the label triple easel.
Triple easel.
Looks like this in the package, just like you said. Here are all the directions. It is the same type of process that we just showed you with the heart.
Right, for the heart. So all of these are, part of it is folded, ready to go, and you just fold down the tops of each one of these and glue them in place, all even with the bottom of the card.
And pop out the labels and decorate
and
them.
it does have the paper patterns for the labels, and it also has a little stand piece here that can be used.
And let me show you how this, isn't that darling, thinking of you.
One, two, three. I like going through the process. 1, 2, 3.
And in this case, so we've got thinking of you, thanks.
Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't that just fun?
It's hard to keep it just so when we're picking it up. When it's sitting on the table, it just sits there very nicely. But this is just beautiful. And I love that word. That's from the 9, is it from the 9
It
little
exactly
words cutting
is.
dies?
Right. And here it's what it looks like. 9 little words. You're going to see that several times. So that's where our thanks is coming from.
Placed right on that tag. That little white tag was covered with paper, and the paper is on butterfly wings, which you'll also be seeing. No.
Yeah, you'll be seeing this week. You'll be seeing it this week. But what is also fun is that I don't think you would think of something called On Butterfly Wings to go onto this card. But
it's a very versatile pack. It's one of my new favorites, and this is just one example of what it can look like.
The other thing to comment on is in this case, Teresa decided to mat these, so she used the pattern. But on the inside, she just did rectangles on top of the paper. So
Just beautiful.
And you can see how those copper borders are just shimmering.
Right,
The
so you
thinking,
can-
the thinking of you, as well as the thanks, are part of the 9 little words. So just wanted to bring that in because I misspoke earlier.
So just
Isn't that
beautiful.
stunning?
A nice combination of the dazzles with these great interactive cards. Those copper jewel border dazzles.
Pretty neato, huh?
Beautiful.
Now, we also have a star. Now, our star triple easel is the last of our triple easels, and same idea, patterns as you've come to expect, but because these are a little more involved, we decided to add the step-by-step photos.
I love the full color photos. It's very explanatory, very easy to see, as well as the words, tells you exactly how to do. And I love the paper patterns.
Yes, now this next card is going to use the new platinum jewel border dazzles. So they're platinum with the gold foiling. And for you, and I'll put that back, and then this one, and then that one. So Teresa, in this one, you can see that she's used the paper patterns as the package shows you,
Right.
but she's also used a border of the die cuts as her stand.
So just a die cut that has been foam taped on there to pop this onto, and isn't that a nice look? I like
Yes.
the paper was put behind these as well, so you can see back there
Behind the
paper,
stars.
behind the stars. There's paper down on the base, so just rectangles of paper on there.
And she's even added rhinestones in here.
And I like that the platinum dazzles were used here in a crisscross pattern on that star.
Right.
I don't think I've thought of that, just to cross them in that way.
She just really wanted to, and she said actually the first time she did it, she wove them. That is totally unnecessary because you get the same image just by laying them
Right.
one on top of the other. So learned from her.
And also with the 9 little words cutting dies for you. Very
And then
easy to add
smile.
that.
Right,
Yeah.
all of those. So, so we've got hearts and stars and labels in our triple easel.
Right.
Now we also have a pull-up card. Now this is a fun little one. Let me bring this in. So here's our front. Now in this case, Teresa has used a new stamp that I'll show you in just a moment. You can probably tell it's by Janie Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
But when I lift this up, look what happens.
Surprise.
It pulls up.
That's such a wonderful little card. It's a pull-up surprise, and it is anchored at the sides. You'll see
Right.
how we do that, but just very simple to make. This is actually one of the easier to do, you know,
Well, it's
pull-up
just 2
cards.
pieces.
Yeah.
So what you're going to get in this with 5 cards is you're going to get 2 pieces for each card. And what will happen is that you can unfold it and then take the little flaps at the bottom, and I'm going to flip this over. And you're going to fold them in.
Okay.
And the directions are on the package. Then you're going to put ultra tape on here because you really need something very, very solid.
Okay.
Then you're going to bring it up, and that will attach inside the card.
Right.
Then this piece you will fold and then you will unfold. Then the second little piece, you're going to fold it, and then you'll put ultra tape here, and then you'll position this straight edge against the fold, right even with it.
You do want it even with that fold. If you move this up, it's not going to fit inside the card. It needs to be
Right.
right there on the fold.
But not over the fold, just
Correct.
on the fold. And then you can see that that little flap is going to get tucked
Gets
in.
tucked in down below.
And that's the mechanism that makes this pull-up card.
There you go.
Now, if
It
you-
also comes with the paper patterns as well. You
Oh,
see,
right.
What you see here, that's one paper pattern and one down below, and one for that pull-up surprise.
Exactly. And the stamps are Janie's furry friends. There are 17 stamps. And this one has the little girl with her puppy. There's a little bird up
These are
there.
so much fun to play with and color in. All of the Janie's Dawson's line of stamps are just great fun.
And on the inside, hope your day is filled with treats. Isn't
Oh, I
that
love my
darling?
dog.
I love my dog. So very, very cute. And
With
this
the
is
white, with
yes.
the new white border dazzles,
Exactly.
which are striking. A little bit hard to see on some of the, guys, they're so pretty.
Yes,
I like
aren't they? So that's nice. We've just got stuff everywhere on this table. Now, this isn't using, well, it is using some new dazzles. Right. They're called Inside Outside.
Inside Outside Greetings dazzles.
And this is the
Rhapsody paper towel. This is the Rhapsody 3D paper towel. We're seeing some blue,
this light blue suede with the red ripple.
It's actually the black that you see there is black peacock paper.
And then, so you can use the paper towel.
Right.
And then on the
inside, were used for this
Keeping
as well.
You in My Heart.
Right.
And Gail made this for us.
Yeah,
So
well, that's
just
a fun one.
Very
I want
nice.
to point out the little dots here. The little dots were the innies from the little E's on the dazzle sheet, so they worked perfect.
Oh, because we wouldn't want to throw those away, would we?
I needed the Keeping You in My
You're right.
Heart. There we go. Anyway,
very cute.
Fun. They're very fun to create.
Very
these
nice.
Little pop-up cards.
Now, our last of our 5 is a double pocket treat. And this is very fun, and there are 4 cards, 4 envelopes, and 8 tags.
8 tags,
yes.
Because with each card, you're going to use 2 of those tags.
Right, and this is what your card is going to look like. So you have this, you've got it the same on both sides, and then you've got a little tag. And you can put something in here. So Teresa's elected to put tea. Around here, chocolate has been the favorite that we found.
This also comes with paper patterns, so you can cover parts of this. The tag you can just cover entirely without a problem.
Now the way that this comes is it's folded like this. So interestingly enough, there's a score line here and one on the other side. So what you'll do is you'll simply fold this back, which just seems very strange, doesn't it? Turn it over, folded that one back. This a bone folder would really help. And then you've got your pocket, and you've got the tags to slip in there.
On both sides. And you can tie the top together, and when you do that, it will stand at the bottom.
Kind of looks like a tea bag, doesn't it?
It does.
And so there's one version, and we have yet another. And we've got the Thinking of You.
So this one was covered using the paper patterns. That's what you can see the matting around. This one was just altogether covered with paper, which is another option.
With some candy in there. Hello, friend. Thinking of You.
So I love those
and
dazzles.
This is using the new Emma's Garden dazzles. So Emma's Garden is a paper pack you're going to see. Then Susan did this one, and it's using some stickers, but I just thought it was fun to show you another look that you can put something just right in the center. Still do your papers on each of the little triangles, but that just adds a really nice look, and you can add a flat one on the inside.
On the inside, right.
Very, very pretty.
It is pretty. And I just love these die-cut cards, and I love the new dazzles. So in combination, it's such a nice look.
And where did we use the inside-outside greetings? On this one?
I think not that one.
Oh, I think you're right.
No, the inside, on the...
This is a new dazzle. We forgot where it went.
No, it's on the VIP card.
Is it? Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, thank you. Keeping You in My Heart. The idea is that this pack of dazzles, you can see it's a 3-pack, has something for the outside of the card and the inside.
Right, so that's a neat look. What I like about it right off the bat is that there are some larger images and there are some smaller ones, so that you have a mix of what you can fit and wear on your card.
Just like you did on this card, Keeping You in My, and the heart is large.
It also has those tiny little hearts that you see on there. So there's a black one. There with the 3 different colors, you can mix and match the colors.
I like the red ripple. So fun.
I do too.
And we have other new dazzles. We're out of the interactive cards, so we're going to go to a regular card. This is Woodland Beauties, and it's paired with the brass border dazzles. Look at this beauty. Isn't this gorgeous?
That is gorgeous.
This is also a new Artful card kit that you'll see, I think, on Friday. So Thinking of You, but isn't that just stunning?
It is beautiful.
And
so
on
it's
the
a
inside,
layering of the die cuts and then the dazzles as well with the papers from that Artful card kit.
Just gorgeous. So Woodland Beauties. And then we do have a scrapbook page, my scrapbook friends out there. Here it is, and this is using the honeybee, and the white border.
The white border dazzle. So you're really going to see those. And you're seeing another paper pack that you'll be seeing this
Yes.
week. It's called Hopscotch.
That's right. So we've got bees, we've got more, we've got words, we've got
Right.
little honey jars.
They've been the bees that you see have been backed on paper, and then you've got lots of little dazzles that have additionally been placed in there. Some teal jewel dazzles. I love the large love. I believe that comes from the inside outside greetings.
Yes, and they've got the little beehive,
Right.
and just really quite charming.
It's a very
So-
fun look. It's just super fun.
and sweet as honey. I think it's also very clever too, because these are bright and colorful. If the colors on your subjects are not the same,
Right.
turn them black and
Turn them
white or
black and
sepia
white.
and
Right.
make them work.
We do that quite often just to make everything blend together well.
So as you can see, we're quite excited. We have 5 brand new interactive card packs.
Cards.
They go between 3 to 5 cards per pack, complete with envelopes, complete with instructions,
Right.
and
Make fantastic cards.
and 12 new dazzles,
12 new
all the way
dazzles.
from jewel borders to
Woodland beauties, flower garden, lots of new uses. Wonderful.
2015 is full of surprises.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, please don't forget to join us. See you then.